If you clicked on this video, you're probably struggling when it comes to investing, probably struggling when it comes to your finances overall, and you probably have nothing in your retirement accounts. Well, if that's you, you need to stick around because in today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 mistakes, 3 reasons that people have nothing or little to nothing in their retirement accounts and they really can't save. 3 mistakes that are holding you back so that you do not have financial success in your future. And if you stick around, I'm going to throw in a free budget template so that you can start tracking your money and get your finances under control. The first reason that you probably have little to nothing or nothing in your retirement accounts, in your investment accounts, is because you have a spending problem. Most people, they know that they should save money. Most people know they should save for the future. Most people know they should invest. Most people know they should have a 401k and a Roth, all these different accounts. People know that they should have money when they retire. But the thing is they spend too much money in the month to where they can't actually get ahead and actually go invest that extra cash that they do make every single month. Most people, when they get paid, they say, I've been wanting those shoes. I've been wanting those clothes. I've been wanting to go to that restaurant. I've been wanting to go out with friends. I want to go to that concert. I want to go to that sporting event, all the fun stuff. And I get it. It's very fun to do those different things, to go shopping, to go to sporting events, to be social with friends and family and do all these different things, especially when you have just gotten paid, when you just had a paycheck. But that is the wrong order of priorities that you should be doing. The first thing you should do when you get a paycheck is to pay yourself first. Now, a lot of people do that because they have a 401k that their employer offers a match. And so it's just taken directly out of their paycheck. The 401k is just taken straight out of their paycheck and it's invested for you. That is awesome. But usually people aren't investing enough. Usually people aren't getting enough taken out from their actual paychecks to where it's making a difference. Now, I know every little dollar counts, but if you're only getting 2 or 3 or 4%, and then your employer's matching that, 5 or 6% of your income throughout 40 years is definitely not enough to retire, and you're probably going to have to work when you do get to retirement. And I know there's different opinions about a 401k, but in my opinion, I think a 401k is good because it almost not forces employees to start investing for their future, but it gives them the option. And usually people are like, oh yeah, just take it out. And the reason that is good is because if they don't do it, most people would have basically absolutely nothing when they do retire because their 401k is one of the only retirement accounts that they ever set up in their life because it's the one that's offered, put right in their face to where they can do it really easily and they don't actually have to go do it themselves. It's just taken straight out of their paycheck. So most people, yeah, they might do a 401k. But if that's the only thing and you're not contributing a ton to your 401k, you're probably going to struggle when it comes to retirement. And those investment accounts are going to be little to nothing when it comes to actually getting to that age of retirement. And so there's different things that you want to do. But we have a spending problem because we spend way too much money. We consume way too much things when it comes to our money. We want to be able to pay ourselves first. So right whenever we get our paycheck, the 401k already got taken out. So that's your first retirement account. That's where your employer is going to be matching that. The second one, you want to have a Roth IRA. And instead of going straight out to lunch or go out to dinner and spending $50 to $100, maybe you take $50 to $100 and you just put that in a Roth IRA. And then you do that multiple times in a month. Before you know it, your budget, your bills, everything is going to be based off the money that you have post-investing into those retirement accounts. Because you're going to get used to it. You're going to create habits. You're going to create a mental habit to invest, put that money to the side, and pay yourself first. So that's the first reason that your retirement accounts usually have little to nothing or nothing is because you're not investing in them because you're spending all your money up front. And then when you say, okay, now time to invest, you have nothing else to invest because now you have to pay your bills. And now you're back to zero. You're back to zero because you never actually took that leap to actually start investing, open that account, and make sure it is getting funded. The cool thing about technology is that these can also be set up automatic in today's world. They can be set up automatic where it sees a paycheck come in and it just withdraws a certain percent or it draws a certain amount out and just starts investing for you. You can set this all up automatic that it's basically like your 401k, how it's just getting pulled out, but it's actually a Roth IRA or it's a different investment account that you're getting discipline action from because you set up automatic payments, automatic withdrawals to fund these accounts so that your future self could thank you, your future family could thank you, your future kids could thank you that, hey, thank you for taking that initiative to set that up and actually invest for us down the line. So you might ask, How do I know how much money I can invest? Well, that's where you need to start a budget. Personal finance, you need to track every dollar. You need to know your income and your expenses. You need to know your wants versus your needs and what you actually need to survive. If you don't know what any of that is, I'm going to put a link right here. It's to a budget video. It shows you exactly how to make a budget, and it's going to be off the 50-30-20 rule, which is 50% going towards your needs, 30% going towards your wants, and 20% towards your savings or your investing for retirement. So you're going to want to watch that video. And then also, if you want a free budget guide that's going to break down all these different words and what a budget is, I'm going to put that down in the comment section. It's going to be the first pinned comment. It's also going to be down in the description. So if you want a budget breakdown, which is what you need in order to track every single dollar that you have, so you know how much you can actually invest to set yourself up for financial success, and then also track those income and expenses so you can cut back on all those things that you don't need so that you can set yourself up for success in the future, then make sure you check out that budget template. It's very easy. It's a little document that you can go through, read it, and then make your own budget, and then watch that video so you can follow along and actually put those steps into your life and make a change, make an initiative change to where you can set yourself up for success. Now let's jump into number 2. The second reason that your retirement accounts have little to nothing is because your retirement accounts are growing. And on average, the S&P 500 can get around 10 to 12% on average per year. Now, adjusted for inflation, you're looking at a return that you can hopefully get of 7 to 10%. Sometimes it's smaller than that. Sometimes it's bigger than that. It really just depends on the year, and it really just depends on the time that you are in the market. The longer you're in the market, the more flat you're going to get to that 10% mark, which is awesome. So that's why it's important to start today, so that you have consistency over time and the market isn't as volatile on your portfolio. It's a lot more consistent. It's a lot more average with historical data. And so that's why you want to start today, so that you have that along with compound interest to grow those investments. But the thing about growing your investments is you get that return. Well, if you have debt that is high interest, high APR against you, credit card debt, auto loans, personal loans, all these different types of loans that you can take out, a lot of those loans are 15, 20, 25. There's even credit cards up to 40%. So if you're getting hit with 40% because you're in debt and you're like, I'm saving money though towards my retirement, I'm saving money, look at me, I'm putting money in, and you're getting 10%, which one's bigger, 40 or 10? Exactly, 40 is bigger, which means that you're actually paying in more interest every single year per dollar than what you're actually getting in investments. And so the smart thing to do is to actually try to knock out all your debts. Start with the smallest one first and just start knocking them out. Or you can start with the highest interest first and start knocking them out. The thing that this does is it frees up more capital so that you can put more money towards those other debts. And then once that debt's all paid off, you don't go out and say, hey, I'm going to go now spend all this money that I was paying towards debts every single month on other things. No, the smart thing to do would now be funnel that money and put it into those investment accounts. So it's growing even faster and faster and faster, like a snowball rolling down a hill. That is what smart people do. That is what people do that have millions of dollars in these retirement accounts. They pay off their debt so that they're not working against compound interest while also trying to gain it, because most of the time you're losing, but also they're funneling that money when they do get out of debt and they're putting it right back into their investments like they don't make a single dime more. It's really just going towards those investments and letting them grow super fast. So the second reason is debt. So I suggest you get out of debt as fast as possible, especially high interest debt. If you have debt that's 1 to 2%, okay, that's really not that bad. You make more money putting your money in the market than you actually are paying in, which is fine. But if it's any other debt, any other high debt, you want to knock that out first. And that money is going to come from your wants, because in the 50-30-20 budget rule, 30% you get to spend on your wants. The thing is when you went in credit card debt, you already spent that money ahead of time, and now you're paying extra for it because you're making payments on it and they're getting interest. So all that money that you're like, oh, I get to do 30% on my wants and spend whatever I want. Yeah, you already spent that. You just spent it way in advance. And so now you got to pay that back before you even get to have fun. And if you don't, and you say, I still want to have fun, hey, that's cool. That's a fun mentality, but it's not good for your finances and it's not good for your future. And you're going to be paying for that for a long, long time. So the second thing, get out of debt as soon as possible. And the third reason that your portfolio probably has nothing or little to nothing is that you're not patient. Patience when it comes to investing is key, because you can put so much money into an investment account and see a small return. Just see a small return because the market's just kind of staying flat, or it goes down a little bit and then bumps back up. It can just stay flat. And so then people are saying, well, it's not worth my time. I put all this money into it, but it's not going up. Well, it takes time in the market to actually grow. The longer you are in the market, the more consistency, the more growth you can have. It's just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. The longer you're in the market, the better your return is going to be, because you're not trading. You're not buying and selling. You're not doing all these things, actively buying and selling, where you could lose. You could also make a lot that way, which is fun. I have my other portfolios that I do that kind of stuff with, and it's very fun. But most people don't get in the market because they say, I didn't get a return when I was in it last year, so I pulled it out. Well, that's not good. You want to stay in the market as long as possible. And then another thing is, some people will say, well, I only have $100. $100 is not going to do much if I can only get a 10% return in a year. I would only have $110. Well, what happens if you had $1,000 in there and you just keep putting money, $100, $100, $100. Now you have $1,000. Now every single year you get $100 back. But what if you have $10,000? Because you've been doing it more and more and more and more, and it's been a long period of time. Now you have $10,000 in it and you get a 10% return. Well, I just got another 1,000. Cool. You keep growing that over time. You get to 100,000, you get to 200,000, all from consistency and growth. This is not going to happen overnight. Like I said, you have to be patient. Most people are like, well, I don't have $1 million yet and I already put $1,000 in. That's okay. That is okay, because your money is going to continue to grow over time. You're not in it for the short game. You're not in it for trading. That is called trading. When you're in it for the short game, you're getting in and you get out really fast and you want the money. That's called trading. Investing is a longer period of putting money into the market, letting time do its thing and let compound interest do its thing, to where now all of a sudden you look back, it's been 20, 30 years and you've made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, because you were consistent and disciplining yourself and making sure that you track every single dollar and pay yourself first. If you got any value from this, please hit that like and subscribe, guys. I have so much future content coming out, so many different resources coming out for you, free guides, and I have all these different videos, and I'm going to create community groups. I'm going to do so much things, coaching calls, so that you can get ahead with your finances. I just want to help people. I want to help people while leading them to the kingdom of God. And so if that's you guys, just comment down below what you're actually doing in order to save money and how you're building your retirement accounts. But remember, until next time, you can do all things through him that give you strength. Peace.